Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. So, today I am here to start your chapter 4 Web Applications and Security. Already, Albert sir had taught you 4 sessions. Actually, this chapter is divided into sessions. So, the 4 parts has been taught by Albert sir. Today, I'll start session 5, that is creating and publishing web pages, that is blog. We will study about blog today. So let me show you once what you have been taught. So what are we going to start? So let's go. So these are your chapter 4 web applications and security, which sir has already taught you. This was our session 1, working with accessibility options, then understand networking fundamentals, and then introduction to instant messaging. Then you have been taught chatting with a contact, right? Today I am going to start with your session 5, creating and publishing web pages. In this we will see what is a blog, how to create it, and what are its parameters, and what are the sites available to create a free blog or paid blog, right? So I think we shall start now. So this is your chapter 5, creating and publishing web pages, that is blog. Web pages, blog is, I think you already heard about. That is a web page, kind of a web page which you can create. It is like a web page where you can share your thoughts, your ideas, your stories, any incident, and you're sharing it with public on the network. So that is known as a blog. Let's understand. Do you want to publish information on the World Wide Web to express yourself, share your knowledge, and allow the readers to comment on your post? If yes, then that means you can write a blog. The person who writes a blog is called blogger. As I've already told you what is a blog. So blog means sharing your knowledge, expressing yourself, your stories, your incidents, your ideas, anything. It can be anything which you want to share. That is, when you write it on a web page, that becomes a blog. So the person who created is known as blogger. A blog is a combination of the words weblog. A log is an official record of events or diary of information. For example, a teacher maintains a teacher's log to record the daily activities. Same way, a blog, on the other hand, is a frequently updated online diary where a person can log. Log means write or post information related to his or her interest. Her interest, any knowledge, it can be anything, as I have already tell you. That means anything you want to post or write, that you can. Got it? So next topic is important features of a blog. An internet connection is required to publish a blog. A blog can be written offline and uploaded on the internet when the connection is available, but it can be only online to publish it. Then only the others can read your post and can comment, like when you post any picture in the Facebook, but that is different, that is social networking site. But when you post it, they comment on your post. Same way, if you want if anybody reads your blog, they want you want they should tell something about your blog, they should comment. So it needs to be uploaded whenever your internet connection is there. A blogger can interact with the readers by answering their questions and regularly updating the contents after the readers have given comments related to the page. That means the blogger can interact using comment box. Once the readers have commented, you can reply to them. To write a blog, we need a blogging tool. There are many such tools available on the internet like weebly.com, sitebuilder.com, wordpress.com. So WordPress is an online, one of the most popular open source site to create blog, which is versatile and simple to use. It offers both paid and free services. That means it can be paid, you can create a paid blog also, or free services also. Okay, blogs can be written on any topic, as I have already explained. Blogs contain text and pictures, but videos and even audios can also be added to give more information. That means including your text, graphics, audio, video, you can share, you can post. Most blogs are free for public, but some bloggers may ask the reader to register to access their content. Maybe sometimes when you surf Google or some open any site to access the information, a pop-up comes to access your email ID and your name or your information. That means the site maker wants to share your info, to want you to register with them. Same way you can do with this. Bloggers can have more than one page, and the front page is page posted last. So it it may be of one page or can be of more pages. I think the features are clear with you all. Now the next topic is point to remember to write a blog. Before writing a blog, what points should or you can say what points can be there to write a blog, which are mandatory. Like first, you understand your target audience. That means what type of audience you want, or what it based on your content also. If you have a current topic or the very good topic where the people will show you the interest on your blog, so that kind of target audience you should have. Select an engaging topic, like I told, current topic or interesting topic you can have, so that audience will read your blog. A prominent headline, entering opening statement is a key to attract people. I think this is very clear to you. Make sure the blog is well structured. Well structured means well written, well paragraph in a well mannered. Like when you write a paragraph in English, so it is always being taught what should be the first, should be the introduction, then it should be the content, then should conclusion. Same way, your blog should also be well structured. Organize your contents like header, body of the text, and footer. This already I have just now told you. The blog should be written in lucid language. That means not so tough or not so easy. That means it should be easy to understand, so the readers can understand easily, because there are maybe readers who know less English or less difficult words, so it should be a lucid type. Before posting the blog, make sure to edit and proofread your post and fix your formatting. Formatting should be there. Insert a call to action at the end. At the end of every blog post, you should have a CTA that indicates what you want the reader to do next. Subscribe, download, read or related article, or even comment. That means call to action at the end means what you want your readers to do. You want them to be subscribed, or you want to download, you want them to read your article or to comment. All these are the actions in call to action. And to make your blog popular, do marketing on the social media like Facebook, so that your blog can get popular, or most of the readers can read. So I hope these points are clear to you all. So I hope you understood the definition of a blog, and what are the features, and what are the points to keep remember that are mandatory to create a blog. That means what should be the points so that it the readers can read it attractively. Okay, they can say to other people also to read your blog. So all these features and points can clarify how your blog should be while creating it. Let's understand now the basic layout of a blog and what does it mean to host a blog. Hosting a blog means on the network you are writing a blog and posting it. So let's understand it. So the basic layout of a blog, there is no fixed layout for blog. However, the most commonly used layout can be seen in the given figure. This is a figure. So the header should be there, left sidebar, right sidebar, main content and the footer section. So we have already started in the previous points कि your blog should have a header, then the main content, then the footer section, and left sidebar and right sidebar is to just scroll down. So what does it mean to host a blog? Hosting a blog means what? Once the basic plan to write a blog is ready, we have to host the blog and select a domain name. The computer where your blog is stored is called the host. That means the computer where your blog is stored is known as host. But when you buy space from the network to store it online, that computer which gives you the space is known as a server. The host computer assigns a domain name system address. Now what is this DNS, domain name system? Let me tell you with simple example. Like anyone who creates a website, websites can be created with the HTML and other languages which we have already started in class 8th, I think 8th or 9th. So when a person create his website, the website name should be given by the author or by the creator, right? So that name would be anything, but it should be unique. That means it should not be existed already on the network. It should be different from that one. So the name given by the creator to his or her website is known as domain name of that particular site. Like if we say wikipedia.com, so Wikipedia is what? Wikipedia is a domain name. Whoever has created a Wikipedia site, he or she has given the name to this website as Wikipedia. So Wikipedia is a domain name. Same way, when you buy a space on the network to post your blog over so that the readers can read or access your blog online, so they can they will find out your blog using a name. So your computer should assign a domain name address to your blog. Let's understand. DNS is an internet service that translates domain name into an IP and enables communication between your computer and the server so that anyone can find your blog on the internet by typing the domain name. Like whenever you want to access your any website like google.com also, when you write Google over there in the address bar, that means by name you are accessing that site, otherwise you cannot access it. Or any other site when you want to open, you always write its domain name, like facebook.com. If you are clicking want to type or want to open in your browser, computer browser, so you always type and then only can access. Same way, if anybody wants to access your blog, he or she can find only using the domain name. So domain name is the address of your blog which the user types on the browser to say it. It is also called URL. Now maybe it is clear to you. We always read the full name of the website is known as URL. तो middle name जो www.google.com है, that means Google is a domain name, but the entire is known as URL. Same way, it should be unique. It should explain your topic in short. It should be related to your subject. Avoid giving your name as address. That means sometimes when we save a file on the computer, we always save it with our name. So avoid giving your name to your blog as an domain name. So there are various websites that offer blog services for free. Some of them are WordPress, Blogger, Tumblr and Weebly. All these are the sites which are offering you to create a blog for free. I think this all is clear to you. So I think it is clear to what is domain name, what is domain name system or URL or domain name address. The name of the blog will be domain name of your blog. So now we will study about making an account with WordPress. We have already started that WordPress is a free blogging site which allows you to create a blog. So we will work with WordPress how to create it, how to make an account with WordPress, right? Let's go. So making an account with WordPress, open the browser on your computer or laptop. In the address bar write www.wordpress.com, press enter, select the option blogs. If you are a new user, select the get started button or you have to log in the site. If you are new to it, if you are creating it first time, let's do practically if possible. Open your browser, type www.wordpress.com. I think it's a poor connection, it's not opening. It's just okay. Let us do it with the figures in the book. My connection is very poor. As you can see, when you open this wordpress.com, this window will come. Here's a login button or link or get started. You have to log in here. By clicking on it, you have to log in. Next is, after clicking on that link, you will get the screen as shown in the figure 2.5.3, this one. Here let's create a site dialog box comes. Here you can mention the name of the blog. There are some questions asked by the site. You have to answer, like for what would you like to name your site. So what is your topic? So accordingly you select here and then come. Enter the site is about latest car in the field. What will your site be about? Fill in the required fields and click on continue tab, this one. So after clicking on this, give an address to your site. Choosing a common and short address will ensure that visitors to your blog can remember the address easily. That means your name of the site or name of the blog should be like this, so that everybody can remember it or can find it easily. The address must be related to the subject. Here we are going to see that how to make a blog about cars. So we have chosen the address as cars avatars. Here is an option automatically given by the wordpress.com, which you can choose or you can write your own by yourself. The first option displayed, namely carsavatars.wordpress.com, uses a wordpress.com domain and is therefore free to use. Now other options listed are available, like here the other options are listed, you can choose, but with the premium plans you have to pay. Otherwise whatever the free is available is given here, you can choose that or you can give yours. So choose carsavatars.wordpress.com by clicking on the select to the right of this address. Next is The Here's a step 3. Choose a plan that is right for you. WordPress has various options ranging from free, which is suitable for the students. Click on the start with free. Here is an option. You can click this tab to select the free plan. Otherwise, no need to do this. Step 4 is, in the create your account window, type your email address, username and password in this window. Username, password and email address. To log into your account, you have to use either your email address or the username. Click on the continue tab to proceed with creating your blog. Once done, the message done, thanks for waiting, we are ready for you to get started will be displayed, and click on the continue tab. Now when you click on this continue tab, this figure 2.5.7 will appear. Welcome to wordpress.com. Now you can click on the next button to see the layout of the blog. You can press the right button and start writing. The post will be published only after you have confirmed your email ID and the site is activated. Once the site name is activated and you have confirmed your email ID, then only it will be published, but you can start writing and save it. Last step, it is to activate your site. Log in your email account that you have used to create your WordPress account. In your inbox, you will find a message from this site. Click on the click here to confirm now, like this, and your WordPress account will be activated. A message will be displayed that your new account and email have been confirmed. After that, you can publish your blog. So today we'll finish here. Now today we have studied about important features, points to remember to write a blog, what is meant by hosting a blog, and how to create an account in WordPress. So all these topics we have studied till now. We'll continue with the next video. So please go through the video carefully and understand the concepts. We'll continue in the next video. Thank you.